Dadpreneurs, Adam Dix here. I want to record this quick video on how to set up a Facebook lead ad. But before we get to that, rocking the Dadpreneur shirt. If you'd like to order yourself one, go to totaldads.com. It's a dad apparel store I launched a couple of weeks ago. Got a bunch of dad, it's got hats, shirts, hoodies, dad clothes. And if you're a dadpreneur, this is a great shirt to order. Again, totaldads.com. There'll be a link down below to go check it out. Anyway, so Facebook lead ads. I want to share with you, I'm going to share with you in a minute how to set up a Facebook lead ad. It's really not that hard, but I want to share the kind of the pros and cons to using a Facebook lead ad versus a landing page. So a Facebook lead ad, what it is someone clicks on your ad and a form opens up inside the ad. You don't take them off of Facebook. This all happens inside of Facebook, which is pretty slick. And the form pre-populates, so the name, the email, the phone number, the gender, the location, whatever information. There's quite a few fields you can ask for. Pre-populate, so that's a good thing and a bad thing, because you click the ad, you click the button, it's pre-populated, they click submit, and it's done. They're submitted. The reason it's bad is a monkey literally could do this. A 3-year-old literally could do this. 2 buttons is all it takes, and you submit your information. So sometimes you're going to call those leads. People aren't going to remember that they filled out the form, and you could call them within 5 minutes, and they'll be like, "I didn't do it." It's amazing. That happens with landing pages as well. So I'm not saying it just happens with lead ads, but that is kind of the a downside. Also, since it's so easy, the costs are typically more. So your CPM is your cost per 1,000. Your ad shown to 1,000 people. There's a price. Facebook gives you a price, and for lead ads, CPM is quite a bit higher. It's in like the 35. It's north of. Not all the time, there's a billion factors, but it seems like it's $30 plus 35, sometimes into the 50 or 60 range. So the cost is going to be higher. However, typically you're going to convert a lot more. Typically I see about 50%, again, because it's so easy. They don't have to fill out any information. They just click 2 buttons. So you should convert about 50% of the people that click on the button will become a lead. So your cost is going to be more. It's going to be increased because you're showing it to, or the reason the cost is more is because it costs more money to show it to 1,000 people. However, you're going to probably mitigate those costs because you're going to convert more leads. So it typically averages out. I don't want to say it always does, using an off-page landing page. So the benefits of using lead form ads, you don't have to mess with a pixel, you don't have to mess with a landing page, you don't have to mess with integrating it all and connecting it all. So there are many benefits to it. However, if you have some experience, I prefer landing pages myself. There's just a little bit more control. I kind of like to have a little more hoops for them to jump through, them actually putting their name, putting in their phone number, putting in their address, whatever information it is. More qualified leads, so to speak. I put that in quotes, the qualified part in quotes. So that's the pros and cons to using lead ads and landing pages. However, like I said, if you're new to Facebook ads and technology scares the shit out of you, lead ads is perfectly fine. I still use them. Actually, in the training, I'm going to show you. I'm going to set up. My parents are selling their house in California, and I am going to set up a lead ad promoting their house, promoting the listing, showing like one image of the house. If they want more, if you want access to the 47 other images, click the button below. It'll put name, email, phone number, and then I'm going to send the lead instantly to the real estate agent where she can, or he, I don't even know if it's a man or a woman. I think it's a woman, where she can follow up with the lead as quickly as possible. So they don't even know that I'm doing this, but I thought, oh, perfect. I was going to set this up today, but I might as well flip on the camera, record the video, and exactly how to do it. This doesn't just work with real estate. This works with any type of lead generation. So don't think it's just real estate. It does work very, very well for real estate. So that's just the one example that I want to share. So that's what this video is going to be about. Hey, if you like this type of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also hit that little bell notification. I release videos every Monday and Thursday, and that bell notification will alert you anytime I put out a new video. Let's dive into the training. All right, so welcome to the training. I'm going to show you how to set up a Facebook lead ad, but real quick, let's dive right in and just take a quick peek. So do these lead ads work? So here is one for this is out in Portland, Maine. So as you can see right here, 24 lead forms, 32 cents a lead. Pretty effective, I would say. And the thing is, so we got 79 link clicks and 10 cents per click, which is absolutely insane on Facebook. Now, typically, this is the beginning. As you can see, a $5 budget spent was $7.65. So it's very, very new. It just launched It should have launched Friday, but it appears it launched yesterday. Anyways, at the beginning of the campaign, it's going to work really, really well. The thing is with these kind of like these listing ads, at least for real estate, they only last about 7 to 10 days because the house typically sells. Now, I'm not saying it sells because the lead ads. I'd like to think so, but there's a lot of factors in place. So anyways, 79 clicks, 24 leads. Let's look at the percentage. 24 divided by 79. Actually, that's not even that good. So about 30%. Typically, I see about 50%. So this is 30%, a little bit lower. However, when you're paying 10 cents a click, 30% conversion is pretty good and 32 cents a lead. So yes, these lead ads do work. So we'll go back into my ad account, and what we'll do is hit create. And I typically like to title it lead ads. And then I put the address. I'm just going to put mom and dad's home. Mom and Dad home. And this is new. This is actually new this week, just a couple days ago. Special ad category. So you do have to check this box for real estate. Now there's 3 different categories. There's credit, there's employment, there's housing. If you're running any type of ads that deal with these 3, you have to select which one it is. So this is for housing. Now if you're selling a digital product, you're a marketer or anything selling a digital product or doing lead generation for a pizza company or some type of a contest for an ice cream shop, you don't have to you don't have to select this ad category. But again, if you're in those 3 categories, credit, employment, or housing, you do have to select it, and it's going to limit what you can do, and I'll show you that here in a second. So campaign objective, we're going to go to lead generation. Now, if it's the first time running the lead generation ad, they are going to ask you to view the terms. You just click this button, a window will pop up, you accept, and then you're done. You have to do that just one time per Facebook page. So living in Palm Desert. Oh, real quick, I forgot about this. So I went back and created a Palm Desert, just a generic Facebook page. I grabbed an image off, I think, of Google or one of the stock image sites, and then I just added this living in Palm Desert. I'm obviously not a graphic designer. This took me maybe 5 minutes to set up. I grabbed a picture of like an older couple because that's the demographic out there. So just real simple. I didn't fill out like any information in the about page and the address and the phone number and the website and the ad button and all that. I just went really, really simple. Most people aren't going to go view this page. Some will. If you want to fill it out, you most certainly can, but don't spend too much time on it. So we'll go back to the ad here. I just wanted to explain that real quick. We'll save to draft. Now we'll go into our ad set and we will select the targeting. And typically what I do is I grab the address of the home for this specific listing. And so we're going to go here. We're going to name it here in a second. I like to name it after I select everything. We're going to do a $5 a day budget. I'm going to launch this ad actually right after we get off this training, or I'm going to launch it live and see how it runs. I'll probably do an update video probably in a week or so. Like I said, typically these don't last long, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, because they get so many leads. We'll scroll down, no custom audience, location. So what I like to do is I do the address. Now I am obviously blocking it out right now. I don't want my parents to get inundated with fan mail or hate mail. So I typically like to do 20-mile radius. Actually, I guess it depends. Again, for this specific real estate ad. However, with the new ad category, you can only go 15 miles is the lowest. Sometimes I do 10 miles. If it's in like Los Angeles, I do 10 miles, or like New York City, I do 10 miles, probably 5 miles actually. But you can't go less than 15 miles now. So we're just going to keep it at 15. As you can see, the potential reach is 290,000. I typically select a certain age. However, with the new ad category, you cannot change the age or the gender. Kind of, like I said, this is new. This is the first time I've set up an ad with this new ad category. Do English language or whatever language you speak. Detailed targeting, I leave this blank. I don't touch anything with this specific listing. Now, if you're advertising a cookbook or how to lose 10 pounds in 30 days, some type of an ebook, you're going to want to use the detailed targeting. So you just select your targeting here. Edit placements, I'm just going to run it on Facebook, mobile, and desktop newsfeed. I'm going to uncheck these boxes here. I don't want it shown anywhere else. And that's it on ad set level. Everything else I'm going to just leave it by default. Leave it how Facebook sets it up. Then we're going to go down to we're going to go over here, go to the ad level. go back real quick. I always forget this, especially when I'm doing training videos. So we're going to name this. So mom and dad home, 15 radius. There's no ages. I'm going to do Facebook. I'm going to do just NF for newsfeed. That means mobile and desktop. And then I like to do a date here. And we'll go back to the ad level over here. And I typically title it whatever the image is. So we're going to use the backyard view. The page should be automatically selected. And just kind of scroll down. So change image. I'm going to change the image here. I already uploaded it a while yesterday. This is take like number 3 or 4 on the video. So this is the image we're going to use. I typically use let me move this video here. I typically use the front of the home for these specific listings. However, the real estate agent is using this one on the website. So I'm going to go with what the real estate agent's suggesting. Or doing. You could certainly test this if you wanted. Maybe the front of the house, the back of the house. Maybe it's got a nice kitchen or living room or dining room or bedroom. I typically, for these specific ads, I just do the front of the house. I don't really test it. Primary text. What I do is I just copy and paste the text from the MLS listing. So I just grab this. I already have this saved here. I'm going to put some spaces here. I'm going to say click, learn more to view I think there's 23 images, location, and price. Display link, I'm not going to put anything. The display link is right here. I don't think you can do anything on here, actually. I'm not 100% sure with the Facebook lead ads, because typically it has to match your URL. The headline I have in a little text file here. I'm going to say view all 23 images, location, and price. Put that right there. Newsfeed description, I'm not going to do anything. Or maybe just listed beautiful 3-bedroom home in Palm Desert. Maybe something like that. That shows up down below here. I'll show you. Go to desktop. You can preview the ad, the desktop. Just drop down here what it'll look like on the desktop, what it'll look like on the mobile. So here's what it looks like on the desktop. And you can see just listed beautiful 3-bedroom home in Palm Desert. This preview does not show up on the mobile. This description. Call to action, I typically always do learn more. It's completely up to you. There's not a right or a wrong. And then we're going to create the lead form. So what this does is, so when the person sees the ad in their newsfeed, they're going to click learn more, and then a form is going to pop up right here. That's what we're going to create here. This, again, you don't need the landing page. You don't need the landing page with this. So we'll create lead form. The downside of these lead forms, I'm not sure why, you cannot edit them. Once you create one and finish it, you cannot edit it or save it, whatever you want to call it. You can't edit it, which is kind of shitty. So you have to go all the way through and create it. However, if you do make a mistake or you notice you want to make a change, you can just duplicate it, and that's typically what I do. So I just duplicate it, it puts all the information in, you make some changes. So we're going to create a new one here. And I'm going to name this, name it up top here, Mom and Dad Home version 2. I created one last night. I'm trying to record this video. So the intro here is the headline, which is right here, that headline text. I am going to just use the same. View all 23 images. As you can see, it pulls the image right from the ad, so it's congruent. They see this ad, they click learn more. This is the exact form that pulls up for them, and it'll pull up right on their phone or their desktop. And these fields are going to be, like I said before, these fields are going to be filled out for you, or for them, I should say. They're auto-populated. So you can upload a different image if you wanted right here. You can, whoops, I don't want to do that. Nope. We're just going to use the image from the ad. If you wanted to do, you can do paragraph text here. I typically don't do anything. However, it is required. So how I get past this is I just put a little period. And that does it. If you want to do bullet points, you could do that. Just select bullets, and you could say, 3-bedroom home, great neighborhood, on a golf course, great schools, whatever it is. Highlight some of the benefits. So here's the questions. This is what we're going to get from them. So you can just kind of drag and drop these. So I like to have name, then email, and then we're going to ask phone number. As you can see, contact fields, you can do phone number, street address, city, state, province, country, postcode, zip code. You can get quite a bit of information from them. Demographic questions, if you want to get their date of birth, their gender, their marital status, work information. Then you can ask questions, multiple choice, short answer, conditional. If they answer this way, they can answer that way, stuff like that. And then also appointment scheduling. Facebook's really expanded this in the last, I'd say, 6 to 9 months with a lot of different things you can ask here, which is pretty cool. But for this example, we're just going to get phone number. And then privacy policy, you do have to have a privacy policy. So what you're going to do is just do privacy policy, text here. And for this ad, we're just going to say google.com. Just as an example, do not do google.com. Actually grab your privacy policy from your website and enter it in here. If you wanted to add a custom disclaimer, you click here. Here is the preview. As you can see, it says step 2 of 3. So this is the second step, what they're going to see. After they fill out this information, they'll hit this. They'll read this privacy policy. They'll hit submit. And then this will be the final, the thank you screen, which we can edit right here. Thanks, you're all set. What I typically do is I grab this again, view all 23 images, location and price by clicking the button below. Something like that. Clicking the button below. And you got 3 choices here. View website. You could download if you have some type of an ebook or guide that you're giving them. You could do download here. You'd say button text, maybe download your free guide, and then you would link to the thank you page or wherever you're hosting the guide. It could be a Google Sheets or a Dropbox link. View website, call business. You would just say, call now. As you can see, it says call now right here. You'd enter your phone number, and they'll call you. So for this specific one, we're going to say view website, the button text, view listing now. Something along those lines. And then what we would do is put the MLS listing right here, or the listing on the realtor's website. And that's about it. That is how you set up the lead ad. So this all looks good. You can go up and hit save. We'll hit save to see if there's any errors. There doesn't look like any errors. And then we're going to click that finish button right here. Again, once you click finish, this form is set. You cannot change it. So click finish. So this ad is done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Zapier. And what Zapier does is you can, it's pieces of software that talk to each other. There's hundreds and hundreds of software. It's really, really slick. You honestly limited by your imagination. There's so much you can do with it. So what we need to do is that we're taking the Facebook lead ad, the contact information, and we're going to zap it to maybe our email provider, maybe our CRM, maybe a Google Sheets, wherever you want to send it. So typically you would probably do your CRM and or an email service provider. I use ActiveCampaign, so what I would do is send it here, and then I'd have an automated email follow-up asking them if they wanted to book a time to see the house in person for this specific ad. I'm not going to set up the email right now. What I'm going to use is Google Sheets, so I can show you kind of in real time how this works. Whoops, I take that back. I made a mistake. We have to select Facebook first. Let's go back to Zaps. So we have to do Facebook first. I apologize about that. So Facebook lead ads, we'll click Facebook lead ads. We want the new lead. We'll hit save and continue. And then you'll connect your account right here. You'll connect your Facebook account. Mine's already connected. So I'm going to hit save and continue. And we're going to select our page right here, our Facebook page. So we're going to look for Living in Palm Desert, the one we just created right there. And then we're going to select the form. This is the form that we just created just a few seconds ago. And that's that Mom and Dad V2, version 2 right there. I created one yesterday. In take 1 of the video right here, version 2, and we are going to hit continue, and let's pull in some samples. I think I have a sample ad, or a sample lead, I'm sorry. Yep. So what you can do is if you go back to your page and you click publishing tools, then down on the left hand side here we'll say forms library. So you click here, and this is the forms library. And I'm not seeing the version 2 that we just created. Let me just hit refresh here. So it should show version 2, created on July 28th. which is today. And you can test out the form. The sample lead is what Zapier, just to make sure everything's working. There we go. So there's version 2 right here. And you can download the leads if you wanted. And if you don't want to connect to Zapier, you certainly could do that. You could download the leads at the end of every day. I highly recommend using Zapier though. So here's a preview. We'll just go through the preview. It looks like I'm all set. There is a lead already in there. We go to developer testing tool. So if you can delete the lead out if you wanted to, and that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, they don't do this in alphabetical order, so it's a pain in the ass to try to find. All right, so I found the page. It takes a while to scroll through. Like I said, it's not alphabetical order. So what you can do is delete the test lead. So we're just going to delete it. So now the lead has been deleted. We'll go back. We'll go to Zapier here. We'll hit continue. And now we have to add the second part. So we have the Facebook lead. We'll click action search here. Now this is where you would connect the CRM, the email provider. Like I said, we're going to do Google Sheets, just an example so I can show you in real time. I went ahead and created a Google Sheets. It's just like Microsoft Excel. That over here, and I could name, email, phone. That's what we're collecting. So it's going to update these rows in real time as the lead comes over, and then I can share this link with the real estate agent, and they can watch the leads come in. They can follow up. They can add, color code it. I'm probably also going to email her the lead automatically as well. But for this video, I just want to show you how to use Google Sheets. I've done Google Sheets, used Google Sheets quite a few times. Like one example was with the dental office. They had the access, the URL to the Google Sheets. And then the office, the front staff or the front desk staff could update the leads. They color coordinated it, got a hold of someone, couldn't get a hold of them, followed up, sent them an email, sent them a text message, sent them a postcard. They came in, they got braces, they color coded everything. So back to Zapier here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create spreadsheet row for this example. Hit save and continue. We're going to connect our Google account. Then we're going to select the page name, or not the page name, so we're going to select My Google Drive. Just hit this down arrow right here. Then we're going to grab the spreadsheet, which I think is Mom, Dad, Home. Mom and Dad, Home right here. And then the worksheet is typically the name right here at the bottom left. This sheet number 1, or if you renamed it, that's what it's going to be. Down arrow here. Sheet number 1. And then what you have to do here, it says it's optional. In my opinion, it's not optional. This is required. So name, so this is basically what we're doing here is mapping it out. So what Facebook calls, refers to it, and Google Sheets, they need to mesh and connect. So the name here, so we're going to hit the plus, and we are going to grab the name. We're going to grab the map the email to the email field, and map the phone. See, Facebook calls it phone number. Google Sheets, we named it phone. So we just want to make sure they're adding it into the correct areas, the correct columns here on our Google Sheets. Now, name, email, phone number is obviously quite simple. There are some instances where maybe you ask different questions. It might be a little bit, I don't want to say confusing, but not as obvious as this name, email, phone number. We'll hit continue. And we'll send test to Google Sheets. And let's go to the test. And boom, there we go. We have our test lead right here that came through. It comes through in real time. So when someone on Facebook opts in or signs up, they want to see they sign up for your lead ad, they're instantly sent to Zapier. Zapier sends it to the spreadsheet or your email provider or your CRM, whatever it is you choose. So we'll go back to Zapier here real quick, and we will finish up this step. We got to name it and then turn the Zap on. It's amazing how many people forget to turn this on, and then it doesn't work. So I would say Mom and Dad, Home. I like to do the little arrow, and I would do, I do a colon. I do Facebook, arrow, Google Sheets. Something along those lines. You can name it. You can change this afterwards. And then what you do is select on. And now the Zap is running. So now when someone sees your ad on Facebook, they request whatever it is you're offering in the lead forms, it's sent to Zapier. Zapier sends it right to the Google Sheets in real time so you can look at it. There you have it, folks. That is how you set up a Facebook lead ad. I was happy to show an example of one getting 32 cents leads so you can see it works and you can get sub-dollar leads, at least in the real estate market. But set it up, give it a try. If you have comments, questions, or concerns, post them down below. I will be happy to try and answer them. Also, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also that little bell notification. I release new videos every Monday and Thursday. The next video I'm going to put out is how to create custom audiences on Facebook, why you want to, how you can drastically reduce your cost per lead, cost per sale, run much more efficient and much more profitable advertising with custom audiences. You're truly limited by your imagination. There's so much you can do with it, but I'm going to go over a couple retargeting strategies shared in a book by Justin Brooks. So I'm going to go over a couple of what he recommends and a couple of the ones that I do as well. So again, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, and you'll be alerted when that video comes out in a few days. Again, comments, questions, or concerns, drop them down below. I'll be happy to help. Thank you.